Hello all, this is Lawrence with a quick video regarding these unique times that we live in. I was checking out the Olympics a couple weeks ago, and I took a look at the opening ceremonies, and to be honest, from what I'm used to seeing, it was a little lackluster. It was a little bit lacking in a lot of that good old-fashioned Illuminati symbolism. So I decided not to worry about too much about making any of about making something out of hardly anything. However, by taking a quick look at my VCR, my box there, my recorder, I took a look at some of the commercials, and so one of the commercials was really interesting. It's the Omega commercial. So I don't know if you caught her or not, or yeah, obviously you caught. I would assume that you've been catching the fact that there's a giant statue of Jesus in the middle of Brazil, so Rio de Janeiro, and so they used this in the commercial. But the way that they did it, they embedded it very cleverly, and so I thought we'd take a look at the commercial. Let me know what you think. It's an Omega commercial that should actually also raise a red flag with you as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at the commercial. We'll talk when we get back.
You can be the greatest, you can be the best. You can be the king, come begging on your chest. You can be the hero, you can get the gold. Breaking all the records they thought never could be broke. You can throw your hands up, you can be the clown. You can move a mountain, you can break rocks. Do it for your country, do it for your name. Cause it's gonna be a day, stand in the Hall of Fame.
Okay, so obviously a well done video. You probably caught it. The most obvious one was when Michael Phelps is up and they show Jesus superimposed on his chest, right? So that's symbolic of Jesus being in your heart, right? So that one's a little more obvious, and Michael Phelps, of course, is this champion who fell from grace because they caught him smoking, and he has ADHD, so they show all his weaknesses. So the symbology is the greatness of Christ in the weak. So you get it? So there's a champion within us all through Christ, but it begins in weakness, if that makes sense. And here's another image, another freeze frame of another athlete. And to be honest, I haven't been keeping up with the athletes. But this particular athlete, it shows again that Jesus superimposed in his mind, right? So you got to change your mind. Metanoia, change your mind. Like Apple, think different, right? And then you see in between his eyes that he's lit up like the pineal gland symbology of Hindus. It's always the same. It's always the same symbology every time. Not hard to pick up. So now you have some different symbology here. These are the lightning bolt hands of the clock. And so the lightning bolt is symbolic of electricity, or if you want to get into mythology, Zeus's lightning bolts. And again, you got the Omega, and then you have a runner, which is interesting because we have a runner named Bolt, right? Who's the fastest man in the world. Of course he is. He's Flash. Does that make sense? Then we have some symbology of being underwater and kind of the rebirth, being in the womb or being in the abyss, and also swimming through the water gate, right? The gate of water, which is the gate of Aquarius, basically, is what they're trying to say. You make it through the gate of Aquarius, you get baptized, and you get eternal life, which is the Omega. And here's another money shot where Michael Phelps, this one was a lot harder to see because it was a black beanie that he's wearing, a black swimming, whatever they're called, beanies. I don't know what they're called, but anyway, you could see the Omega in his head. So again, pineal gland simulation or symbology, where the Omega is in the head. Jesus is in the head. It's the resurrection of the mind and spirit. And so, actually, as I began to wrap things up, I got one more that I picked up out of the corner of my eye, and that's the fact that the company Omega is started in 1932. So 32 is the number of Jesus, the year he died. He was 32 years old. And then when he ascended, the symbology is 33 because he's no longer human. It's a year later, whatever. So there you go. That's it. That's the symbology behind that commercial. That's why you didn't see a lot going on in the actual ceremonies, the opening ceremonies, because they had so much embedded in some of the commercials. So that's my philosophy on it. That's my thought. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. And if you have any comments, feel free to put them in the comments section. If you have any questions, you could do so as well. Have a great day. Talk to you later.
You can be the greatest, you can be the best. You can be the king, come begging on your chest. You can be the hero, you can get the gold. Breaking all the records they thought never could be broke. You can throw your hands